jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Back on Monday, Friday. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo. Money back, money back, money back. And my with me pretty too. They look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And incomplete to open things up.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On first down, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Oh, what a juke into space. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 4th down. Here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Let's go. Shit. Focus.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they're able to get a little bit of yardage.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That's it, baby. Here we go. Let's go. Jack 16.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here we go. Good job, guys. Squirrel! Let's go.
They'll go again with Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Here we go. Hurry up, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go. 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. A give to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Brooks Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Looking deep for Julio. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him a...
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go.
The give is to Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Remain in a scoreless 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They'll pitch it out to Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more. Quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Tuesday.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Let's go.
Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Got some room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's go. 4 down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Able to slither by. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Bell. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now the toss to Bell running right. And some room to maneuver. to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 36 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now Hardy on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Focus, focus.
This is Bell. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where waist at. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire offend you.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Jonathan Bostic in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. Finding room at the 30. He's at the 50. The 40. It's a big run that time by Bell. And even 50 yards on the ground. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Let's go, guys. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 now. We got to stand up over there.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, that's Bell. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Javon Hargrave, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Play action. Garoppolo rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 1st and 10. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
McKinnon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Garoppolo, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Over the middle to Garcon. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Garoppolo to try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on third and long? Here's Garoppolo to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. That's it for the first. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Bell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Hurry up, let's go. 3 down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And an alley to run. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 67 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it with McCammon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And the Steelers set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Now McKinnon fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here again is McKinnon. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Set. 230.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check 43. 8. Check 48 to the mic. Check 48 to the mic. Good job, guys. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys. Do your job. But the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go. We got three, fellas, we got three. Check 26, check 26. Set! All right, let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Stings. Set! Blue 30!
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Watch 89. Watch that. 180.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Roethlisberger, open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Snickers, 66. Quarter.
Here's Roethlisberger. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Malcolm Smith. Coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.